Hello Ghana, welcome to Let the Law Speak, and today we are at SEMA Consultancy with our able lawyers, 5 strong lawyers who are going to take us through the discussion of will and estate. Let me ask you, do you have a will? If not, join us and listen to reasons why you should have a will. Let the Law Speak is brought to you by OGB Ride and Ghana Pan-African Teas. First of all, I would like to say we are so happy for letting us into your office. I think I will let them give us their names. So from my right, and then we move to the left. So for my right.
My name is Eko Datsi. And then
Paul Akwaka.
Benedict Crab.
Daniel Kojomes.
Okay. And I am Georgina Amahutu. I am your host for Pro. So today we are going to discuss about wills and estates. First of all, I would like to know what wills and estates is, and then we can go further. Yeah, so any of these great lawyers can take it up.
This is what I like us to do before we go into the action. Okay, so we would like to state that because we are legal persons, we like to say that you cannot use this to advise anybody or act on it because you haven't engaged us formally as lawyers to do something for you. But what we will tell you is actually the law anyway. And then the second thing is that we are not doing this for publicity sake, what we call touting, so that people know that these are lawyers, therefore I must come here for their services, because our rules and regulations prevent us from doing that. This is only to educate the public on certain basic things concerning the topics that we are going to discuss. So I'll let any of my colleagues take up the question. What
wills and estates are. That is our topic for today. We want you to educate the public on this, and then, like you said, it's just for education. So yes, will and estates.
Okay. Since my learned senior has said I should explain. So when we talk about a will, it's basically a document. The definition of document is a bit broad, right? It's a document which a person details how his property, his legally self-acquired property, should be distributed upon his death. So in layman's terms, whilst you're alive, any property that you acquire, you can create this document which will indicate who should get what after your demise. So that's basically what a will is. Closely related to that is the idea of estates. Estates just means the self-acquired property that you acquired during your lifetime legally. So that's why sometimes you hear wills and estates. So that's basically it.
we want to add something?
Just for purposes of education, in the layman's language, you can say a will is your intention, how you want your property to be handled in case you pass on. And therefore, you see your lawyers and they put down your intention on paper, reduce it to writing, and that you go further to have it properly registered, and that will become your intention should you pass on anytime. And also added to that is the fact that whatever you put in that document cannot be revised by any other person unless the law provides so. So wills are just your intention, what you want to do. Therefore, you have the opportunity whilst you are alive to set out everything so that if you are called to your maker, your family in your four will not have to be determining things for you if you have not done so. So that is my first engagement.
Okay, so just to talk about what my colleagues have said. So in layman terms, the estate, you can take to the portfolio of the person's properties. So it could be what we call immovable properties relating to land and building. Just to talk about what my colleagues have said. So in layman terms, the estate, you can take to the portfolio of the person's properties. So it could be what we call immovable properties relating to land and buildings, fixed things, and then movable properties like your cash, your investments, and then your cars and things like that. So everything together is known as the estate.
Okay. I think this is very much explained, and so with what senior lawyer said, he said that when someone passes on, and he would also like to ask this, is it only when someone passes away before a will be needed? I just want to know this. Yes.
Yes, the answer, when you say needed, I believe, are you saying coming into effect?
Yes.
Then yes, it is when the person dies that the will comes into effect. In fact, the laws will tell you that wills are ambulatory. That's the words that they use.
Okay.
Yes, the simple meaning when they say that the will is ambulatory is that it's at the time the person dies that the will comes into force. And that's relevant for a number of reasons. Let's say at the time of making the will, you have 2 children. And you say, I leave my properties to my children. Let's say years later, now you have 5 children. Because those are ambulatory, as they come into effect when you die, although the time you made the will, you have only 2 children, it will cover all the 5 children. So that's the reason why.
Thank you so much. How important is will? How important is it? How important? How? It's important. It's actually a discussion. So we need all of you to participate.
Okay. So a will is very important in the sense that it clearly defines the person's intention. You know that since time immemorial there have been several squabbles, fights over property, but a will sort of stops those squabbles. I mean, it doesn't stop it completely. There will surely be arguments, but it clearly defines the person's intention. That's the importance of the will. It clearly demarcates, it clearly gives the people who are supposed to benefit from it, it gives the person what the particular property that the person who creates the will wants to give to the person.
It's also important to the extent that it clarifies ambiguity. To the extent that families and siblings are evident as to what exactly you, the one making the will, would have done if you were alive. So it is important it regulates the family from all the family feuds. It also ensures that the law, is also enforced. So we think that making a will is the best thing to do because every other thing is sorted out in your will, and therefore to the extent that it will create that serenity and there will be less squabbles, makes it very, very important.
Just to state something, you see, we all know that when it comes to property and money, people act funny. So you do not want a situation where after your death, your children and your relatives and loved ones will not be certain as to the portion that you have given to them after your death. And then there will be fights and all that. Because some of these cases can drag on and on. But the importance is that once you set it clear that you want this property to go to this person for this much or for this kind of interest, then it is clear nobody goes to fight.
Thank you so much. And I would also want to know this, and also the viewers, what should be contained in the will? What should be contained in the will? Senior?
Okay, well, I think it depends. Each will have what it will contain. But the most important thing is that you should clearly identify one, maybe who you want to be in charge to manage your estates. Must be clearly stated. You must clearly identify the people that you intend to benefit from your estates. You must clearly identify what they are to benefit from your estate. So you clearly define this person gets this particular house, this person gets this car. So once you have those are the basics. One, the person who should manage your estate, the person who should be in charge. Two, who is benefiting? And three, what kind of benefits you are conferring on us, and then the kind of interests you are giving to them. So those are the main things. But what goes into it will differ. My will be different from your will, will be different from his will, and then his will also.
Thank you so much. Any?
What do you think to
Okay, so I think that's my senior. So you have to indicate in the will also be in charge of distributing the will or the properties. So you want to know the distributors of the will. And what are your properties? What properties do you have? So if the properties are movable properties, you have to indicate where are they located specifically. You have to describe the property specifically, who you are going to. So who are the beneficiaries? So even this your children. Sometimes you need a plan, but that you want to be specific of who would take which property. And you have to describe the property. So I think on the face of these are the things.
Thank you so much.
So I'll talk about it again. Right, so what my colleagues are just saying is that in a way, we are likely to find the testator. The testator is the person who makes the will, the person who makes the will. And then you are then going to find the executors or trustees. Those are the people who he appoints to distribute the properties after he passes or on the occurrence of any event stated in the will. Okay. Then you have the beneficiaries, like they mentioned. Those are the people that receive, those who receive the interest in the properties that are given out by the testator. Okay. And then you are likely to, definitely you must find witnesses. Two witnesses. And then there's that each bracket to that as well. So those are the basic things you are likely to find. Apart from the properties, and the properties, like we said, are divided into movable and then immovable. Okay.
With the age, can you give us the range?
The witness.
18 and a half, okay. And so,
and then with the executors and trustees, if in the will there are minors, then we give at least two executors.
so also with what you just said, when should one make when? Let's say, like with me, can I go like do a will now, looking at my age? You know, I don't know whether it's advisable, but I just want to know when should one make a will?
Yeah, when should one make a will? That's an important question. But you can make a will now, but the law has no time frame. Just walk to your lawyer and talk to your lawyer. Especially where you began acquiring one or two products. Maybe your own shirts, your own dresses, your own. It's at that moment that you can see your lawyer, because time is of the essence, and therefore we don't know when and how our maker will call us. So when we talk about when, I think, speaking from where I sit, anytime, any day in one's life, you can make your will. If at this age, maybe you are 45, 40, 50, and you begin acquiring something, one or two things, even after you have done that, you can still go back, you acquire more property, landed, other immovable or movable properties. You can go there and have it, what we normally call codicil. You prepare codicil, and that it keeps going on, keep adding on to whatever time. So
that's it. So as for my senior thing, I think, especially based on how you frame the question, don't wait until you are old. Wills are not only for old people. Yes. By law, once you are above the age of 18 years, you can have a will. So don't wait, like he's saying, once you've acquired one or two properties, you can go ahead and do that. But everybody would determine on their own when they think they can. But the law doesn't give an age. Once you're above the age of 18 years, there are exceptions. If you're a military man in active service, you can be below the age of 18 and have a will. They are different, but the general rule is 18 years. You can go ahead, because we don't wish ill on anybody, but God calls all of us at different ages. You can be called at age 25, age 30, whatever. You may live 100 years, but because we do not know the future, it's always best to have a will as soon as you can.
Okay.
It's practicable.
So what if one does not have anything, like the estate? There are no buildings, there are no cars, the person does not have any money in an account. Can such a person go in for a will?
Yes, let me explain it. See, the concept of estate and property is exaggerated. So people would want to wait to finish a building or purchase a car before they think that they can make a will. But you can make a will even in respect of your pen or your laptop or anything. And like my colleague said, as you acquire more, you just go in to make a codicil to add to the portfolio. And that is how it goes. So it is advisable to start making a will. And it will surprise you that the moment you sit down to make a list of what you have, you will realize that then you have more than you think you have. So you can make a will of your shares, your personal effects.
Okay.
Some even dare to make wills in respect of interest that they have received or benefited from their parents' estate. So if, for instance, I acquired a plot of land from my father's estate, I can make it part of my will because it has devolved on me and I can pass it on.
Wow, okay. So let me just give this scenario. This is my personal stuff. Now, we are two siblings. My mom had two girls. I'm the youngest, and she has actually passed away, but she left a property. Now, with this, we are two. The property is for my sister and I. How do I say that maybe it belongs to me, so I'm going to make a will on that? How do we go about this?
So, first of all, we are talking about your mother's property,
Exactly.
not your sister's.
No, it's not my
Okay,
sister.
so the thing is, you have to be certain that you have an interest in that and the nature of the interest before you can dare pass it on to anybody else. So, for instance, if your mother left that building for you and said that you are to split it 60-40, you cannot make a will to cover 50% of that because your interest is only 40. That's how it is.
Wow. Okay. This is, I'm actually, personally, I'm learning, I'm beginning to know a whole lot of things when it comes to will and estates. At least I know I can go in for a will now, because even with my cook, I can even do a will on that. And so, yes. Join us same time next week on OGB TV.
Hi good people, so let me introduce to you the new app and service in town. It is the OGB Ride. If you're thinking a private car to any destination, OGB Ride is the new app. Well, for your comfort, for your security, now there are categories like the comfort ride, the taxi ride, and the luxury ride. Now you want to download the app today. Patronized, made in Ghana. It is by the people, for the people. If you're thinking development and jobs for young people, OGB Ride is the thing. This is our own. So download the app today and you won't regret it.
OGB Ride.